There was only one other couple in the hall, and they were at opposite ends to Marianne and George, but she could see they were both accomplished swordsmen. She had been working at a slow speed so far because she did not want to intimidate George, and she was not going to reveal her competence to him. She was grateful he had organised this bout, as the lack of exercise had been beginning to drive her mad. During their first bout she let him score 2 points, but then easily won the next 3. They had another go, and she could tell he was starting to flag. The other couple came back towards the changing room, and she noticed that one of them was paying her a lot of attention. As they drew level, they both said hello to them, and then watched their next bout. Georges was then horrified as one of them asked Marianne, in Italian, if she would like to fight him. He watched, speechless, as the stronger of the 2 men challenged her to a bout of 10. She readily accepted, and he could do nothing but make way for her new opponent. He watched, speechless, as Allez was called, and, like lightning, she lunged and scored. They continued at such a pace that he could not even see the strikes. It was only when they regrouped that he knew who had scored. She had the upper hand to begin with, but when he had adjusted to her speed, he soon fought back. She was having to use her brain to outmaneuver him and disguise her attacks. They were at 9-8 in her favour, and he expected Marianne to be at breaking point, but she pulled off an attack that was so strong, she struck him just above the elbow and her épée whiplashed his shoulder. The scorer shouted, "Bravo!" and clapped. They removed their masks and bowed. Her opponent spoke quickly in Italian, and she remembered to lower her voice. The men walked back into the changing room. Marianne left the mat and faced him. "Damn it, woman, will you ever do as you're told?" She stood on tiptoes, kissed his lips and said, "I just couldn't resist the challenge. I knew I could beat him." "You're not even sweating. He weighed twice your weight and was at least 5 inches taller than you." "Fencing is all about skill, and my small frame gives me an advantage over taller men. I can even beat Henri when he has the occasional bad day. I'm going for a swim before we go to ease my bruises."